Hey guys, surprise pop-up video. I'm sure you guys know why I'm recording today. It is not for our Vampire Legacy. I really gotta stop smacking my hands together every time I have something to say. Um, oh my God, but it's for the premiere of The Sims 4 Enchanted by Nature expansion pack. This is the reveal trailer, and we're gonna react to it together. I already am so excited. I just love whimsical packs like this. I know I've seen some like conversations about how people don't really want more gardening stuff, or they feel like it's already been done with like the cottage living and like I think there's another gardening pack. I personally love these. These are my favorite. I love the spellcasters vibe. I love cottage living. That is probably one of my favorite packs of all time. I am obviously really curious about the fairies. I don't play with too many occult sims, mostly like the spellcasters, and then you guys that are obviously watching my Vampire Legacy. So depending on like how gameplay is impacted, like what they're able to do, like it may be one that I end up playing a lot. It may not, but we will see. But I'm already really liking what I'm seeing. A lot of new like flowers like that is new. The bed is obviously new. I don't know what these are, but I really like these like purple. They almost look like the alien plants. Five, four, three, two, one. Oh my gosh. Oh, what is that? What is this? Okay. I love that. I already love the world. I love worlds where you can kind of like explore into like wooded areas and find stuff like this. It kind of reminds me of like, what world is it where like there's that like, is it like a stone snail like in the middle of this like circular maze, and you can like take selfies with it and stuff. I always think that's really cool. Okay, we got some new hairstyles and clothes, that's for sure. Oh, I love her room. Okay, so we definitely have a new aspiration, a nature nomad. I like that a lot. Okay, so this is the new world. I really like it. I like the little boating docks here. It looks like there's like a tiny beach. It kind of has some Brittleton Bay vibes to me, but more of like cottage living type houses, like with those little like rounded roofs. It's almost like a mixture of like Brittleton Bay, cottage living, and then obviously like, I feel like Glimmerbrook, like that kind of like witchy vibe. So that's really cool. I hope a lot of these lots are playable. I feel like that's one of my biggest complaints is like sometimes we get a new world and like it looks really cool, but very few lots are actually playable. So I just like don't end up spending a lot of time there. I wonder how that's going to be different than I think there's like a I forget what the plant aspiration's called, but ooh, okay, I love the building. See those rounded like windows? All right, who is this guy? I already know he's gonna be a ridiculous character. Oh, you can sleep on the ground too and forage. This is gonna be really great for rags to riches challenges. There's our gnome. I'm still really curious like what role they play. Bathe in the water. I like that. It kind of reminds me of how you can like bathe in a waterfall, or in the rain. So sleeping on the ground is big. Okay, sleeping on the ground is big for rags to riches. Sonic sinuses. Are we getting allergies? Oh, see, look how cool those doors are. All right. Who is this? If you harvest these ingredients, I'll reward you with a cure. That's cool. It kind of reminds me of the Henford on Bagley, like errands that you run. Ooh, I love these walls. Oh my gosh, look at that house. You see how it's like sloped into the ground? Yes. Oh my god. Okay, this is actual fairy architecture. Simoleon fever. Oh my gosh, I love the ailments.
Look, she's got little simoleon signs all over her. Creation impulse. Oh, that's kind of cool. I love this little glowing bush. Oh, here's the fairy house. Let's see. I think it's a fairy. Oh my god! They just like blast her with like fairy dust or something. Oh, very cool. Oh, I like all their wings are kind of different. Oh my god. Okay, so they can be like fully grown Sims and then be tiny little like sprites again. Oh my gosh. I love it. I have so many thoughts. I think the biggest thing that I'm the most excited about, just from that very quick 3-minute trailer, are the ailments. So if you guys notice, like they're really specific. So there was like the simoleon fever, I think I saw, and then like creation impulse. So I love that because I feel like when Sims get sick, it's just like they're sick, unless you have like mods or something, but that is really cool. So like I'm curious to see like what causes certain ailments and like how you can fix those. Hopefully those ailments aren't like really annoying. Sometimes I get really frustrated with like things that like you can't really control but are really sensitive. So like when fears pop up, I had to like turn them off in my game because like my sim would have like a fear of like I don't know, just like random fears, like a fire would happen and then they had like a fear of fires, or that's a bad example, but it's like I hope that it's not one of those things where it's like it's really easy to get the ailments and like your sims are always sick and they have to like continuously try and like find a cure. But I would really like that in the gameplay to like have that a thing at all. So I'm really excited. The fairies look cool. One of my biggest questions when this came out was what is going to be the size of a fairy, right? Because when I think about a fairy, they're tiny. Like I think like Tinkerbell. I think just like a tiny little sprite. Um, and but also I was like, if it's an occult sim, like they have to be sim sized, right? Or whatever. And I love that we just saw them go from like a fully grown sim to popping back down and being back to fairy size. I thought that was really cool. I also think that Okay, I also think that these are fairies. I feel like so many people are watching this right now, so my video is like glitching a little bit. But these little like orbs that they saw kind of like messing with this guy who's trying to garden, I think those are fairies. You can't really tell in the video because they're kind of like, one, it's really short, but two, they're like these little orbs, and I feel like those are fairies, which is cool. I feel like that kind of plays into like the portrayal of fairies being pretty mischievous. So we see them kind of like bothering that guy who's trying to garden, and then obviously when she goes up to the fairy house, like she's like blasted with like what I can only assume is like fairy dust before they come outside and like meet her. So I think this is really cool, you guys. I'm super excited. Tell me what you think in the comments. Let me know if you are equally as excited for this pack, if that trailer was underwhelming for you. But like I said, I am all about the whimsical Sims pack. Those are my favorites. So let me know what you think, and thanks so much for tuning in. We will have to come back and film a reaction to the gameplay trailer, which they will release in a couple weeks. So I will see you then.